Hey guys! Today I wanted to just give some thoughts on vertical versus horizontal planning. I have actually used both in my life and gone back and forth at different times with different planners. Even, starting out in my teenage years with Target planners. So I've used all different kinds of layouts. So we're going to go over InkWELL horizontal because I don't have her vertical right now. And we're going to do Plum Paper vertical and Get to Work book vertical. I'm just going to kind of show you the different layouts and tell you my thoughts on why sometimes I like one versus the other. I have whole videos reviewing each of these planners, so I'm not going to go over anything with these planners. I will link those videos below of these planner reviews. In fact, I have more than one video on each of these planners on my site. So check them all out if you're looking at one and want details. This is the InkWELL Flex. She calls it Flex because she gives you these teeny dots, teeny tiny dots, which I've showed in all my other videos. And you can draw a line or use a sticker or washi tape to divide your page. I will show you how I've done that in some months where I've used it. And it can divide it into two other sections. So it gives you some flexibility. That's why she calls this horizontal design her Flex. InkWELL also has a vertical design, but it's only available at Office Max, Office Depot, which are one and the same now. So you have to go into the stores or look at Office Max, Office Depot online for that. She shows it on her website, but you can't buy it from her website. So this is actually the first vertical that I have used in many years. I was doing, for many years, this is the first horizontal that I've used in many years. I was doing a vertical for many years. I was using Plum Paper vertical combined with Emily Lay Daily and combined those two for many years. So this was my first horizontal. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. After literally, I don't remember using one for at least 5 years, a horizontal. But I actually have loved it because I have loved having more room to write. Like I can actually write sentences instead of just writing 5 words and having it take up so much room in my vertical column. So I can write sentences and I have loved that. It just gives me more space for getting out my whole thought is what I feel like. And I love InkWELL's horizontal. I love InkWELL's horizontal because of these 3 separated boxes. I love those. I use those for my go-to or appointments for the day. People use them for all different kinds of things. So I love InkWELL's horizontal design, and it actually turned me back to thinking I can definitely love horizontal. I can. And even though I divided some of my boxes, like I showed you, I didn't divide a lot of them. I was trying it both ways. And I actually think I like it not divided for me because I like to be able to write out longer things. Some people love to divide it for work and home or, like top 3 list as opposed to just other lists that may or may not get done. People use it to divide it for all different things. But since I've used it both ways, for me, since I'm in the horizontal, I like having the full scope to write in. So they definitely have made me think that I can go back to you. I love the horizontal. Now, Get to Work book. I love the Get to Work book. I do. If I was using it right now, this is how I would be using it. Love the Get to Work book. I have whole videos about it. Her ruler is amazing. It's better than InkWELL's ruler, which I didn't show you, but I have that in all my other videos on reviews. Get to Work book. Let me show you what a week looks at not planned. This is a vertical design. Here's a non-planned week. All right. So I love how there are no colors, how it's streamlined in this one. I love her top 3 boxes up here because that would either be my go-tos or appointments for the day, or it would be like my top 3 priorities for the day or my focus. I love how the top 3 boxes are up there. I have not gotten any other planner in a vertical design where they actually put their top 3 up there. I love how it just alternates between gray and white. So it very much leaves it open to whatever you want to do. And she has her little action items for the week over here. And my favorite thing about hers is she leaves this section at the bottom this graph paper section completely, not in the vertical columns. I would actually love the graph paper to start about right here, but that's just for my personal planning. I would love the graph paper to start right there, higher up. That's why I've switched to Passion Planner right now, because I like more room for my notes. Like for the week, things you don't know where they're going to fit. And so you don't want to place them in on days and it just ends up being a big mess and you can't get anything done. I love her planner. There's so many great things about it. It's really well made. So check out my review video on it if you're interested in it. But this is how I would use it. I would divide with a line. So first I would put my go-tos or my things I had to get done that day. And then just my other things, and as I can fit these in. So then I could have my weekly to-do lists all down here, still with my week. And I can see like my must-dos for the week, my maybes, my YouTube list, my kids list to keep track of them, and like my buying list. So I could easily use this planner like this. If I was going to use this right now, this is exactly how I used it for a few weeks to test this out, and I love this. I love just being able to easily draw that off. It doesn't take long, and using this for all my weekly lists, and I use my mild liners to highlight there, and then as it comes up in the week, I can put it on the day it's going to go on. So I actually love this. And I was totally going to switch to this and do this until I found Passion Planner, which just gives me more room because it is, and I wasn't going to even talk about this one in this video. I have many videos about it. It's an 8.5 by 11, but I guess I should have included it in this video because it's a vertical and it's the one I'm using right now. So it's just a bigger page and they give you a huge amount for your to-do lists and space of infinite possibility for anything you want to put in here. I put a habit tracker so that I can have my whole week laid out. So this is another vertical. It's just more room. And I actually love having the bound book. So I have whole videos talking about how I'm using this right now. So that is the reason why I'm testing Passion Planner right now, because that design works the best for me. But Get to Workbook can easily be used that way. And there are so many things I love about Get to Workbook. Her thick chipboard cover, the fact that her rings never stick, love her just minimal look and design. I love her reflect pages and love her project breakdown pages. There's a lot I love about Get to Workbook. So check out my review videos if you're thinking about Get to Workbook. But then I want to show the last vertical design I've tried out, Plum Paper, and I have many videos on Plum Paper too. I have used Plum Paper for, this would be my 3rd year, but I'm actually not using it right now. I plan to use it this year, and that's why I bought this one on their Black Friday sale. But I'm actually not using it because I'm using Passion Planner right now, like I said. There are a lot of things I love about Plum Paper, but then there's some things I decided I'm not loving. So if I was going to use a vertical, this is very similar to Get to Workbook. I would actually choose Get to Workbook because I like the black and white minimal design of it. And I feel like it gives me more room to write. And she already has the bottom section sectioned out. So Plum Paper has many actually formats you can choose from. They have several vertical and several horizontal. This is the vertical I chose for this year with nothing in here. They have many. So check them out if you're thinking of them, and check out my other videos, which I give tons of information on Plum Paper. They have different vertical and different horizontal layouts you can choose from. This one happens to have your 3 boxes at the bottom, which I already mentioned I don't love. So that is the Plum Paper, which I have used for years. And so I liked them, but it's just, it stopped working for me as well. So it's not what I'm using right now. But you can kind of see it here. We'll give a Get to Workbook comparison because these books are the same size, unlike Passion Planner. And so we'll try to put them next to each other. You can see how big of a difference there is in these books. Plum Paper is really versatile though, and really affordable. You can start it in any month you want to, so no months are wasted. You can start it in any month you want to, and you can go either the 12 months or you can even go up to 18 months, you can add 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way up to 18. You can add in a lot of different extras and note pages if you want to add those in. You can personalize your cover. There's a lot with Plum Paper that's good. I love seeing all these different planners because there's one for everyone. So I just wanted to compare vertical planning. I feel like, I want to cut off my page to write my to-do list. And I also was feeling like I had to write really small, although the Get to Workbook columns are wider than the Plum Paper because they leave a space in there. So I was feeling like I had to write really small in verticals. And that's why the Passion Planner was kind of my answer for right now. Because it is bigger, it's an 8.5 by 11 that I got, the classic size. The columns are bigger, and I have a lot of note space down here at the bottom. Yeah, the main restriction I felt with vertical was having to write really small, not in sentences with a list form. And so that's kind of where I am with thinking about vertical and horizontal right now. And like I said, I never thought I would go to loving the horizontal, but I have loved my horizontal InkWELL this year. And I have also loved trying out the Get to Work book. I absolutely really love so much about her design and function of this book. And then Plum Paper is one I used for several years, so I did really like them. So you can check out all my individual videos about these if you really want to know in-depth things about the pros and cons of each one. But this was just kind of to talk about vertical versus horizontal planning. And thanks for joining me. And let me know down below which planning you prefer and what planner you're using right now, because I love to hear what people are using and which they prefer, vertical or horizontal. All right, you guys, have a great day, and I will see you next time.